Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Rama
Put your
Rama
microphone
Hare
Janarda. Let everybody hear the
Hare
chant.
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Krishna
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Rama Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Rama Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Oh my Lord Shri Krishna, oh my Lord Shri Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Prabhu Nitya.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram.
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Oh my Lord Shri Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Krishna Oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari.
Hari Hari Bo.
Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hari
Rama
Krishna.
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Oh,
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Gaur
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hari.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama
Shri
Rama Rama Hari
Gaur Hari Da.
Krishna
Avadut
Krishna Krishna
Maharaj
Hari
Ki
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama
Jai.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna.
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Oh,
Krishna
glory.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Hare.
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama
Gauranga.
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama
Gaur.
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Oh my Lord Shri Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Bo.
Hare, Hare
Gaur.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Bo.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Oh, glory.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari
Gauranga Nityananda.
Oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna Nityananda, Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Bo.
Ah.
Gauranga Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Oh,
Krishna
glory.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Ram.
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Oh Lord,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama,
Hari
Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Shri
Krishna
Gaura Hari
Krishna, Hare Hare
Sita
Hare Rama, Hare
Sabari
Rama,
Mai
Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Jai Jai
Krishna
Jai
Krishna,
Shri
Hare Hare
Chaitanya Jai
Hare
Nityananda
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Jai Shri
Hare Krishna,
Advaita
Hare
Chandra
Krishna,
Jai
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Gaura
Hare Rama, Hare
Hari
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare
Hare Ram.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Oh,
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram Ram
Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Jai
Rama,
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Chaitanya
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama,
Nityananda
Rama Rama,
Gaurari
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna
Sri
Krishna,
Lakshmi
Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Oh
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Jai
Krishna,
Sri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Prabhu
Hare Rama,
Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar
Rama
Shri
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Jai
Hare
Sri
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Chaitanya
Krishna
Prabhu Nityananda Sri
Hare
Advaita Gadadhar Gaura
Jaya
Bhaktavrinda
Jaya Sri Chaitanya,
Jai
Jaya
Jai Sri
Ja
Krishna
Nityananda,
Chaitanya
Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda,
Jai
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri
Ja
Advaita Chandra,
Jai
Jaya Gaura Bhakta
Jai
Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya,
Jai Shri
Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Oh my goodness. I love playing with Krishna. Isn't it so wonderful? You know, this is order of Lord Caitanya. He says, I order the whole universe to chant the holy name. Now, I'm getting to understand that. Why? It's such an easy, profound way to please your own heart, even though you don't know who your heart is and what's in your heart exactly. But you know pleasure. We all know pleasure, right? We know what it is to please the senses, but the heart senses, oh, this is sublime. It's like a fine wine. you know, just so wonderful. Yeah, what's in there? This is where you play with Krishna, is right there in the heart. See, and chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, uh, and Nityananda's mantras, and the Lord Chaitanya's names, and the holy names. They're holy. They awaken holiness in us. They fill the hole. See, we need holiness to fill the hole. You know what that is when you don't feel that holiness. See, and then you're always perpetually like those residents of Dwarka. They that long desired audience they get, and we get it. They don't they you know they had to wait longer than we did. We do. Can you imagine? That's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. He's amping everything up. He's amping up the mercy, amping up our intimacy with the understanding of the Lord. Yeah. So basically, that's it. Is to please the Lord, and that's what everybody is doing. Externally, you're pleasing the senses. You're eating, and you taste things here. That's a kind of a pleasure, isn't it? People think it's the most important thing. Please the senses. So you're relishing these things. Actually, in your mind, you're relishing them. The senses. The tongue is all in there, and you're tastes so good. Yum 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 yum. Okay. When you do that with the holy name, when you're chanting, you're also eating. Notice the mouth is going like this when you're chewing food. Isn't that funny? Isn't that kind of interesting that the chewing, the eating of food, and nourishing the body and the spiritual body is basically with the same mouth? I find that fascinating. What do you think, Amy? Isn't that fascinating? How that you nourish the spiritual body the same way you do with the material body. See? But you don't need any of this physical stuff. It's hard to procure. And look at the demons. They're trying to disrupt our food chains now. And everybody's freaking out. Oh my God, we're not going to have any food. Luckily, we have this kind of food. We can fast if we have to, but at least we got some nourish and nourishing the spiritual body. It's something most people don't know how to do. They don't even know what it is. It doesn't exist. Instead of thinking food for the material body, it's all in all. I couldn't imagine now, after so many years practicing this chanting, to go a day without this. You know, I can go some hours and stuff, but not a whole day. I could, no, no, no. I need multiple times during the day. I have to sit down, and taste and nourish the spiritual body. This is what Lord Chaitanya came to give us the awakening of the spiritual body and how to nourish it. See, that's called spontaneous devotional service. Spontaneous devotional service. I was listening to these poor devotees, and they were reading, this Chaitanya Charitamrita, and the guru is there, and they're just talking so monotone about it, and they show the cameraman was showing the audience, and they're all sitting there like really like this, not getting it, man. I could show you. I even downloaded it. I wanted to show perspective, and still, yeah, and they're trying to. They want to show, well, we're reading Chaitanya, and then they read Prabhupada's purport. That's the real clincher. The purport was so beautiful, so perfect. But nobody understood it. They're just sitting there and looking and trying to study it, like I'm going to show it a little bit later. And just to not to dance before the blind, which basically it would be doing, because we're dancing before the blind to show how enthusiastic we are, chanting these verses and everything. But that's the whole point is the people to see, like, hey man, what do you want to go another 40 years? Or 50 or another 10 years, however your lifespan is, with this dry chanting, this dry readings? Don't you want the enthusiasm? The devotees are very enthusiastic, relish these names and these verses to the point of tears and laughing. It's like a big party. When you come here, you see there's a party going on. See, because we're nourishing the spiritual body, awakening it and nourishing it, and God is very happy. The devotee is very happy. This is Vrindavan consciousness. We're playing with Krishna, and if you're not playing with the transcendental Lord, then you don't show these uncommon symptoms. You can't show because they're not. They don't. They're not awakened. They're dormant, and therefore. Oh, sorry, Yumuna. There you go. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, you got to let me know in the private chat. That's the only way I'll figure it out. Yeah, it's so fantastic what we're doing here. Yeah. By the way, I was chanting and this idea came out. I'm going to put it out there. If anybody, if they can do it, if you can't, that's fine. If it's too far beyond you, get a Restream account or get somebody to help you make one. So not only do you broadcast on Facebook Live, and then like for I don't know if Balaram has time, he can set Lalita up with this Restream, and then once you get it going, like and open a Twitch account, open a Rumble account, open a let's see, a YouTube account, and automatically once you get it up there, automatically when you just turn the thing on, boom, you're all over the internet.
I made one already, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah,
A
good,
while
good.
ago, but I still don't use it.
Yeah, I know.
I have one.
Yeah, I know. But you need to also to take full advantage is not only YouTube, but you get the Twitch account and you get a YouTube account and the Rumble, I think. A few of
Okay.
these different platforms. And then every time you do, you just push the button and it goes on and you're broadcasting to everywhere. You got to put the little thing, and that's it. Anyway, if anybody can help you, anybody, great. If not, okay, don't do it. If you can do it yourself, do it. And if you, I mean, because God, these little housewives are doing this stuff. I don't understand why people here in our Sangha can't figure it out. They got the women doing it. Everybody, they're really enthusiastic. And boy, we got a message that needs to be broadcast over the world. People are suffering because they don't know how to really please God. Yeah, they don't know. They're just in. Nobody tells them. Not even the Vaishnavas can't tell them because they don't do it themselves. They don't know how to do it. That's why I'll show you this. They're here. They're trying. They don't know how they need to be awakened. They need the devotee to awaken them, so then they can nourish. And then when they're reading these confidential pastimes, they'll give so much pleasure to their heart, and it'll show in their face. It'll show in their happiness, and not just be sitting there bored listening to. That's what you would be doing. It's like basically it's fruitless. There's no fruit, and you're just sitting there bored reading these things. Even the Lord Chaitanya said, if you follow the rules and regulations like Vaishnavas are doing, but you don't come to the point of ecstatic, taste for these pastimes and qualities, you've been laboring fruitlessly doing all the rules because it's all about leading to this point that we're doing it, relishing these things and teaching the world, whoever wants to learn. I don't know, where are you going to get such instruction like this in this world? Who knows about the simple, profound thing about how to please the Lord on the highest platform? This is what you see here is what Lord Caitanya taught and relished himself as an example. He sat and chanted the holy name and said, this is how you please Krishna in the highest way. This is his order to the universe. Yeah. And when I have people say, oh, chanting is not my path, it's a real slap in the face to Lord Caitanya. It really is. It's like slapping all that benefit you get from Lord Caitanya, you just slap him. Oh, chanting is not my path. Oh, really? That's called being contaminated, man. That's really not understanding. That's why these people really need a real spiritual master they kind of come. Otherwise, it's just demigod arrogance. It's demons and demigods. They're the most arrogant people in the world, And my Lord has come here, and we're working together on this. We're going to destroy that arrogance, man, because that's what's keeping them back. It's keeping people in our sangha sometimes who come. The arrogance. Oh, I don't need to chant. Oh, really? Well, why? Then you don't really have faith in Lord Caitanya. He said, I order the whole universe to chant the holy names. And I know why, personally. There's nothing more sublime way to please God than to chant his names and follow that order, especially in getting in the association of devotees who have received that mercy, like Janardhan, like Lalita Ganga,
Thank
see?
you.
like any ecstatic devotee. You're welcome. See? And then you know personally, oh wow, this is the greatest happiness. Have you found a better happiness than this there, Janardhan? It's fantastic. And it just grows, doesn't it? Doesn't it
It's
get better?
fantastic.
Now that's a
It's
testimony.
deeper. And
Go ahead, what?
it's getting better and better, deeper and deeper.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks to you.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's how it goes. See, you find the recipient of this kind of mercy that coming in the real line. Don't tell me you're in the real line. I don't care you're initiated by Prabhupada and they give you a stamp as guru and you bore everybody by your Hari Katha because your words are not transcendentally awakened yet. What good is I mean that's futile. And then you got all these unawakened people thinking they're practicing Krishna consciousness. Well, you are, but really, I mean, you're not experiencing the fruit of it. People come here, whether they've been on that path or not, very quickly they start to get taste for the transcendental worship of the Lord, of God, of the same God that everybody's worshiping. You just get to know him better than most Muslims, than most Christians, than practically every Vaishnava. And it's because I haven't seen one friggin' awakened Vaishnava yet that I would say is really awakened to the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Not even one. All I see is the big, proud arrogance. Oh yeah, we got the mercy. Oh yeah, that's got to be. We gotta. What do you call it? Trim the fat of this arrogance. Come on, the mercy of the Lord is right here, right in front of everybody's face. You know. Yeah, I know I put it for it a little arrogantly, but it's true, man. You got a thorn. You got a thorn is used to pluck out a thorn. A thorn of arrogance, man. It's called chopping technique. We chop it. Yeah. Tom, read Amy's thing. She's always got good stuff to say.
Well, let's see. Hare Krishna, thank you. This is like the mirror world of the spiritual world. Only we hear when we eat, we don't feel well, and we speak. And when we speak, we often speak nonsense.
Why don't you get closer to the microphone or something?
Amy Rose, this is like the mirror world of the spiritual world. Only here, when we eat, we don't feel well, and when we speak, we often speak nonsense. But to flip that into the spiritual world, you eat the love of the Lord and you speak that love right back out.
Yeah, it's the word. See, people don't know the word is actually is meant to be spirit. It could either lower your consciousness or raise it. That's why even the demons they use that in the programming on TV to mold the consciousness of people by the word, and the ignorant populace don't know. They don't know what they're being controlled by the word. See, that's that in the beginning. Book of John, first chapter. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. But a lot of people think that's just about God's Word, which they don't understand anyway. It's the Word coming from the mouths of the people in the world, both demons and demigods. You can get the moral world from a moral person, and it'll teach you moral principles like a Dalai Lama guy type thing. Or you can get the word of the demons who twist everything and deceive it, use a deceptive word and juggle the things. Or you can get a religious word, but people in worshiping God with material motives, like to get their jets or God knows what, control people. Also, demons get in there, places of influence. The politicians' words, it's all talk, 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 right? And it controls people who listen and believe in those various kinds of words. They affect the consciousness. See? So the word of God, the true word of God, is transcendental. See? And it comes from the intimate devotees. And when you hear that word, it lifts your consciousness and your happiness above the world. That's why I said God, like the verse, God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son. So the Son in this world is a spirit being. They use their word to uplift their own consciousness as well as others. See, because they're what they speak is eternal. See, is spirit. Like Jesus said, my words are spirit. See? The words of persons in the world who are worldly are mundane, material. This is a chance. People they poo-poo these classes and think, oh, we don't need this. Oh, you don't need this, huh? You're butchering your own soul because you don't know what is spirit. And these arrogant demigod types, even vegetarians, they think they know all about Krishna, right? And they're in ISKCON and they're in all these groups. They know all about Krishna, but they don't know about the word. How powerful it is spoken by a person who is pleasing God. Bhagavad Gita 10:10. It's very powerful. It awakens your ability to perceive spirit. Otherwise, nobody knows. Spirit is the kingdom of God. It's what's there. It's a spirit thing. It's a spiritual thing. It's beyond. It's beyond the celestial demigod stuff or these ascended masters and all this stuff. Is just crapola to a person who knows what's beyond this world. They're still floating around in this universe with their mystic powers. And becoming, thinking they're arrogant and they're really into controlling everything and molding everything, just like the demons want to mold everything in their deceptive ways. The demigods also want to mold everything in their speculative creations of creating what they want to do. They're really big on that. See, the devotees are not like that. They know a deeper level. They work for God's plan, is basically liberate everybody, get them out of this universe, man. This stinks here. This is shit can for everything. Look at Daksha, man. He was a shit can. Always, looking very humble and all this, but he was full of envies and jealousies, just like so many people here in this world. You're lucky if you come and hear from the devotees who very quickly get uplifted out of the whole shebang. Yeah, just yeah. I order the whole So anyway, the order of Lord Caitanya. You could say, I advise the whole. You want the highest happiness, then chant the holy names, and especially learn about its value from devotees who are reaping that transcendental value, which is here. They're the witnesses. You got to have a witness. This stuff is beyond. It's this spirit, this God, this Lord. He's inconceivable, unknowable, and unattainable except through devotees. That's the miracle. To know God who even most people say, oh, he's a great mystery. The definition of God is the great mystery. Oh, yeah? Well, yeah, you're right. And he'll always be mysterious until you meet a person who knows that transcendental Lord, has gotten the mercy to know that Lord. And we're in Lord Chaitanya's line, the highest, the greatest, the most fantastic line that you're ever going to see on this planet for 4,320,000,000 years. 28, 27 Divya Yugas. Kali Yuga to Satya Yuga. 27 times you're not going to see another personality like Lord Chaitanya. He's the avatar for Kali Yuga. And you're not going to see him, really see him, unless you meet a real associate, a devotee, a recipient of that mercy that Lord 550 years ago came to give. If you don't get that mercy through a real associate manifest in this world, you're still not going to see it. You'll read the book like I could just show you, and I probably will, maybe not. Let's see. These guys, they're reading all about Lord Chaitanya. They don't know anything. They're not. They're just sitting there, just doing the duty to read these books. We probably should do it. Let's see. When is it over? You can see one guy. When is it going to be over? You can see when is it going to be over, this thing? Because they're not interested. You can't blame them. It's just not interesting unless your transcendental taste for these transcendental literatures is awakened by a person who has transcendental taste for these literatures. You ever see storytellers? A real good one. They're really enthusiastic, man, telling a story. Well, the greatest story, the greatest show, the greatest story on earth is all about transcendence. It's all about the true transcendental Lord. That excites devotees, man. They love telling that story. And that excites people who want connection with that Lord. Okay. See, that's why I see Srimad Bhagavatam, the greatest story ever told. Greater story than that is Chaitanya Charitamrita. There's more mercy in that book. Yeah, greatest story ever told. And whoever's telling that story because they love that book, they love that God in that of the book, they love the devotees that wrote these kinds of books. Okay? You're very fortunate, because then you can also very quickly become enthusiastic chanting these verses, chanting these names that liberate your consciousness from all material miseries. The threefold miseries Bhagavad Gita explains. You can overcome them. And the demons that try to put everybody in fear, you'll be fearless. You won't go for that. You just turn to Krishna, and Krishna says, what does Krishna say? I protect my devotees. Well, are you a devotee? You think you're really a devotee, when you don't love the transcendental glorification, and you just look like a bored look on your face when you hear Chaitanya Charitamrita preached? Are you a real devotee? Well, I'm just practicing, but I think I'm a devotee. Yeah? Why are you so bored listening to Chaitanya Charitamrita? Why are you so bored chanting the holy name if you're a devotee? If you're mixing with the Lord, you'll be excited, because that is the most exciting thing in this whole universe. Demigods can't even do that unless they also got the mercy of a Vaishnava. They cannot visibly show that excitement. Eckhart Tolle can't show you that excitement of a devotee chanting the holy name ecstatically. The whole world doesn't know. They rather go to Eckhart Tolle, and they have to pay a big dollar, to go watch his videos. And what does he need money for? The guy's richer than anything. They still charge more and more and more. Always all the people. It's always a big thing. Okay? And you don't even get a fraction of the knowledge of the spiritual awakening the emancipation, the liberation, not even a fraction of what people get here. And you, how do you know? Just look at his face. Look at his followers' face. Look what they say. Look what they think. Their big thing is be here now. I'm just using an example, just so we know. What is the difference between real liberated soul and one that's still on their way? Otherwise, nobody knows. You think that's it. What is the big message there? Just be here now. Okay, let me be here now. Okay, I'm present. I see a wall. I feel the breeze on my face. I see thoughts in my mind. I'm here now. Wow, that's the highest thing. And it's all mundane still. Because you're feeling the mundane breeze. You're looking at the mundane wall. You notice this, you notice that. It's all mundane what you're noticing. So that's the inferior kind of path. That's why it's in the mode of goodness. And it's hard. You got to practice all the time to feel, like this. And after a while, you get exhausted. But a devotee, let me just chant the holy name, man. And the devotee chants the holy name. Automatically, his mind is controlled. Automatically, he's experiencing things beyond the mundane world called spirit, the real spirit, the spiritual dimension. Full, complete happiness and satisfaction is attained in that. See? And those who pay the big dollars to buy the books and pay for the videos and everything, all they get is a mundane experience of looking at the wall, feeling the breeze on their face. Mundane, everything is still mundane. That's called Maya, still. Illusion. And all because of ignorance, all because they don't hear a devotee explaining things like this, who experiences real spirit. What is beyond the mundane world, and they bring it through into this world. Who's going to do that? What, these devotees in the ISKCON who read the books in a boring reading? Are they bringing the spirit in the world? They say, and that's why people, they look and say that, well, look, they worship, look at these guys. They're worshiping false God. You ever see a Holy Spirit-filled Christian who is filled with the Spirit of Christ? You ever see that? Man, energy, man, life, real life is in them. What did Jesus say? I have life, I can give it to you abundantly. If you're really connected with Christ, you will also have that life. It's spirit, man. Otherwise, this world is mundane, all of it, man. Demigods, demons, all they do is material. Speculation, you can't lift off into the spirit yet. Keeps you on the level of the mind. Speculating. What is God? Well, I think he's like this. And it's not backed up by the Shastras, what they say, or personal experience, or the ability to transmit that real spirit to others. See, which is God's showing. You see, this is my son. My son in this world. My conclusive understanding is through this person. See? I'm pleased with this because he's pleased me by delivering. When you see him and you hear from him, it's thy will in spirit, in the spiritual world, in Vrindavan, in the Garden of Eden, in Mayapur, wherever you want to think that real spiritual dimension is. Thy will be done on earth. That's my will. I want people to know me in this Kali Yuga, not to be unknown God. That's Lord Chaitanya's mercy. He wants everyone to know him. What did he say? Well, you believe the verses or not? My name is Vishvambar, and if I can fill this universe with love of God, then I will consider my name actualized. And so all realized souls that are connected with Lord Chaitanya's amazing understanding are working towards that end. Just like you see the demons, they're all together, right? All the kings there, all the demons there, the UN, all of them, man. The Trilateral Commission and all the secret societies and the WEF and the CDC and all of them are all together working for the New World Order. They have no idea what they're really working for. They're working for my Lord's New World Order. They ordered under love of God. What kind of government do you need when you got Radha and Krishna living in, coursing through your spiritual body and veins? They want to be immortal. This is how you do it, man. Not to put your mundane materialistic consciousness, in a clone or some bullshit thing like this, and inject people and put them together. Oh, they think that's the way to do it. They think they are gods on this earth, and they're only children, making lots of mistakes, which demons always do, destroying the world, everything they do. See, and that can all be eradicated by the new world order under which is coming. I mean, it's been prophesied. You can look in the Vedas at the Kali Yuga when the Lord starts a new thing, and this is a special one. This Bhagavatam's only speaking about before Lord Caitanya advented. Lord Caitanya changed the whole game plan. For he's giving to the lowest persons in this Kali Yuga the highest benediction that even in such a yuga you could never attain. God bless this Kali Yuga, man. God bless this preaching here. No one, I haven't seen any of this kind of preaching. We need more of this. We need more allies in this world to preach Lord Chaitanya's real movement. Wake up the devotees, man. This is Prabhupada's order, 1996, has his full authority, full blessing. Krishna's also. That's why it works. Give us a word, River.
It was really nice just listening to you speak about that. It was just like really relaxing, really. Maharaj, being here is actually real life. Being here is actually worth living. Is worth serving the Lord. It's worth everything that we do to serve the Lord, to share the greatest gift with others. What you've done for me, for us, holding this space, I'm so grateful, Maharaj, to what you do for us every day, and to be able to be a part of it, and to be accepted to be a part of this family. We see, being given the greatest knowledge to experience it now, to distinguish at every point nearly, the illusion and truth, and where you are situated, situated in truth, because the illusion, it actually doesn't actually do anything for us anymore. It doesn't satisfy us in any way. Whereas in reality, we're continuously satisfied. The payment is satisfaction. Serving the Lord and his emotions he shares with us, it gives us this satisfaction and empowerment and upliftment and inspiration to stay here and be here in this family and carry on being in this association. I'm so rested in knowing that this is here, and knowing that you're here and the family is here together, and we can keep moving together for the greater good. It's about helping everybody and, helping ourselves at the same time, which gives the greatest satisfaction. Even more, helping oneself and others, it gives great satisfaction. And, thank you very much. Thank you to the devotees. Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Yeah. Hey, Ranga, give us a word.
Word. Maharaj, this Sangha is so special because, as I sit here looking at everybody on here, I can see goodness and faults and everything else coming out. And you are just the same always. You're just there and you're teaching people by your own expression. And like when somebody does something wrong and everybody goes, "Oh, look, he done something wrong. Look at that, something wrong." Everything's wrong. And you're sitting there saying, "So what?" You're learning by it. which is something fantastic. When you can understand what actually you're teaching, it's like being taught to be taught here, and taught not to get I am, think I am the greatest, I am the greatest, I'm the greatest. It's not. It's I am the worst, I am the worst, I really am the worst. And that's all it is. And it's really, if you see where I am, you can feel it. You can feel this goodness. And I'm sitting next to a pure devotee here called Lord Caitanya, who's actually given me the will to live again.
Yes.
I don't want to die now.
Yes.
I want to live.
Oh, by the way, kiss her feet on my behalf.
I certainly will.
Thank you.
I will do that with pleasure. Yeah. Because I really love Lolita's feet anyway. I really love it. And everything about it is so transcendental, because just coming here and seeing her and being in a company, it's brought me alive again. I was alive before, but I was slipping down.
Yeah.
But I didn't know I was slipping down until I got here, and I found the slip. I was slipping down and saying things in the mode of goodness all the time, rather than the mode of pure goodness. So I'm trying to say things in the mode of pure goodness now,
Yeah.
Still a few times it's just the way it is. But in pure goodness, it's really good, really good. And I want this thing that I just want to be this person who's going forward all the time. I know I can't ever get there, because who knows where there is? Who knows where there is? When you get there, something else, and there's something else, and something else, and something else. So it's a continual climb up the mountainside, But as long as I'm going forward, I'm not worried. I'm not really happy, really, really, really happy. My body's not happy, but my mind is. Not my mind. Sorry. That's goodness coming out against me. Not my mind, my heart. My heart is happy. She's telling my mind what I should be doing, Amy Rose says, you guys are so great. I love this transcendental foot fetish. Amazing Grace Place Group. Yeah, it is. So everybody get out of a foot and kiss it. Doesn't matter whose it is. Just kiss it. Just think it's good.
Well, I only want to kiss the feet of pure devotees who love God.
Yeah, well, you'll only see the feet of pure devotees who love God. In this case, just think whatever you're kissing is God or Harry's feet, and that you'll be all right. You'll be all right. You'll be there. And this morning, was it this morning or yesterday or something? I can't remember. I think it was this morning. This morning, when I actually saw this vision of Vrindavan, I saw Vrindavan as a Govardhan. Actually, I saw this vision of Govardhan as an opulent place. If anybody goes to Vrindavan, Govardhan, and sees it, it's not opulent. But I saw it as an opulent place, and I saw the gopis running about, and I saw the Krishna running about, and I saw everything running about, and it was there in front of me. Just behind my eyelids, I looked out, and it was there. It was great. And I thought, well, I've got back. I've not got back. I got forward. And it only takes you this little bit of effort to get back. But first of all, you got to realize that you're away from it. And once you realize you're away from it, you can get back, and get back through you. That's the only way. Because I'm looking now at a pure devotee of the Lord who sat there in Mexico, of all places. Sat there in Mexico, and he's preaching Krishna consciousness to us in all parts of the world, all distributed over the world. So what's going to happen in a few years' time? I've got no idea. But I know that what is going to happen with the Satsanga is it's going to go and go out and preach to people. And I don't mean, when I say preach to people, I don't mean we're going to be standing on soapboxes and shouting, you know, like the Christians do and other people do, and people just walk past them thinking, what do they think? But we're going to be preaching very, very well because our behavior is going to be exemplary. But the behavior is, although it's exemplary, it's going to be fun as well. So we're going to be showing this fun and this exemplary behavior, and people will come up to us and say, hello, you look very happy. Why are you so happy? Tell me what's the truth. You know, and we can say, see the Gora Haridas. And it'll mean something. And the time is coming shortly, Guru Maharaj. I feel it coming shortly. In the world now, the world is a terrible place now. It's always been a terrible place, but it's really terrible now. And things are beginning to move. And the currency's going bad. Everybody's got bad currencies. And everybody's after more, and hiding more. And it's not really a spirit of helping people, you know. It's to help people to do it better. It's get everybody in a big pot and boil them down and take all the jewels off them and all everything off them, and use it for their own purposes, which is no good. But I think what's going to happen is that throughout the world, everything's moving in Krishna's at Krishna's pace. Everything that happens is Krishna. He's doing something. He's doing it for a reason. And when it comes to the end, we'll know what it is. We can't know at the moment because all we see is doom and gloom. And if anybody reads newspapers or watches television, that's all there's on today. But I haven't bought newspapers for about 47 years, and I haven't watched television for about 47 years either. So I don't know what's on. So my view is still going out there, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it's all under the will of the Lord. To me, it's like chasing people to God, and because this has happened so many times, over and over again. People get away from the truth about the Lord, or they get, lazy and stuff like that, and then this happens because the demons take over. And this is one way is it chases people back to God. And, just kind of, what are you going to do? It's just the will of the Lord that this is happening. But this is happening too. I mean, hey, people can come here and take advantage, or they can go, to some like representative of the transcendental Lord and become liberated. Of course, they're rare as far as I can see, and especially a actual associate of Lord Caitanya, who's given the highest benediction. So people can take advantage of that. Yeah. Okay, let's let some others ask. Govinda, give us a word. Thank you, Ranga. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Ranga. Great to hear you. Great to see you. I'm loving the classes of the devotees, River, yourself, and Lalita. Great service Lalita's done. Great service, amazing service, really big compassion. Both me and Amma were like, oh my gosh, we didn't know fully what to do when we saw you, but she knows what to do. She's got that compassion. Made me laugh actually, because Sharma, as you said about standing on a soapbox. You should go to a soapbox. There's one up at Oxford Street. I don't know really much to say, Guru Maharaj. I just feel to read Rupa Goswami Narratam. These verses, they're so beautiful. And like what Ranga said there, you read the words of these devotees like Narratam and Bhaktivinoda, and they all talk of themselves as worthless. having no good works for the world, but they have so many beautiful works for the world. I just read one verse. I'm not really. I've been speaking so much. They're all beautiful. Shri Krishna is splendid like a monsoon cloud, very sweet and charming, expert, gracefully dressed in yellow garments, decorated with jewel ornaments, and crowned with a peacock feather in his hair, decorated with musk, sandal paste, kumkuma, and other fragrances. This threefold bending form is sweet and charming. His transcendental body, decorated with garlands of flowers, so fresh they draw swarms of maddened bumblebees eager for the honey. His gentle smile is sweet. He's expert at tasting the nectar of transcendental pastimes. Surrounded by the amorous girls of Raja, his lotus feet are decorated with jewel anklets. His toenails eclipse the glory of the crescent moon. When they hear the warbling of the male swan, that is Krishna's anklets, the female swan gopis can no longer remain peaceful in their homes. Love for him growing in the hearts, they run, leaving their household duties far behind. Just like what we've done here, that's what I really feel. You know, we maintain ourselves, sleep. I can't believe that, you know, after so many, you know, many years I've got for weekends, whole weekends staying awake. But now my greatest pleasure is going to bed early to be up in the Gopi hour. You know, if I like to get up in the Gopi hour, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and interact with the devotees. I love it, man. You know, 2 years ago, go out for weekends, no sleep, man. But I look at that and think, that's insanity. And to catch the devotees from different parts of the world, like William this morning, and interact and invite them on and discuss and share together. You know, that mood of Nimai, what Caitanya showed in Navadvipa, has been forgotten by Vaishnavas, by devotees, coming together and letting the truth be the winner. You know, you've never ever said that we're the only show in town. You've always given people the opportunity to come and present a higher truth, and that stands, but nobody comes and does that. So anyway, Vrindavan is splendid with cooling moonlight and glorious with kalpa vriksha trees and kalpa lata vines blossoming in all 6 seasons. You know, as I'm reading this, actually, some of our my pastimes with Rangaleka come back to me on our travels, you know, and they're funny, actually. I think he would also laugh at them. Some of the great adventures we've had, you know, traveling to Vrindavan and Jagannath Puri. One of my fondest ones with Rangaleka is Govind, come on, we're going to get into the Grand Temple. I'm not sure if Rangaleka remember this, but convinced we're going to get into the Grand Temple, storming the gates and unsuccessful. But still, you know, I mean, Rangaleka's had some amazing experiences. You know, I'm always attracted to devotees' darshans, what they share me. I don't forget them. I treasure them in my heart. You know, I remember Rangaleka sharing with me his chanting 8 rounds, and he's in an ocean, you know, swimming with not sure, they're not called dolphins. And he has an experience of a mountain and such things. I remember is people's darshans, their spiritual experiences. I remember, you know, these things. Oh mind, just this one time, accept Lord Krishna as your supreme master. I tell you the truth, Shri Radha and Krishna's lotus feet are supremely glorious. The pastimes are glorious. The land of Rajapur is glorious. and their friends, the Sakis, Gopis, and Manjaris. Gopis are glorious. A monarch's kingdom, and this is so apt at the present time. I'm seeing all these pastimes from these Goswamis are so applicable in today, and they can be put with pictures like your aphorisms. And a monarch's kingdom is just like the dramatic performance of an actor. You know, it's all an act. The king shaking the new prime minister's hand, it's all an act. It's all. Can anybody really get excited about these things? You know, this is the only thing to glorify, you know, Radhika Krishna and Chaitanya, and you know, your teachings.
We have the class act.
We have the class act. This is the prime. They're all imitation, lords and ladies. Prime minister. What prime of what? Prime of what? You've got the prime viewing time, but actually, you know, this is knocking them off. You are the king.
We got to show. We show the class act, man. You know, they're showing their act. We'll show a better one.
That's it. That's it. Mm. They're never actually real. It's all an illusion. I mean, they're unfortunate because they're doing all these endeavors. They don't even know that all of their senses are going to shut down when they leave their body. All these senses that they use, the sight, the smell, the voice, they don't know the journey of the soul and how they can indicate, influence it to be connected to the spirit, to the spiritual world. But still, I think these as Rangalake is saying, these classes are going far and wide, and they're reaching whoever's attracted. Yeah, as Ranga says, the world's, you know, it's pretty heinous out there. Things seem to be speeding up.
Yeah, Narayan Raj Guru just gave me a friend request.
That's progress. That's progress, isn't it? Progress.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you there. That's awesome, man. Yeah, and you're very fortunate to be attracted to, you know, these devotees. This is the grace of Lord Chaitanya, that you can be attracted to the literature and find shelter there. That's most people can't. I mean, because you have to have the grace of Guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas. You know, and Guru Chaitanya and the Vaishnavas. Otherwise, you cannot be attracted to the go. That's the highest literature, and you're very fortunate. So yeah, and it's not surprising to me, you know, the way you serve Guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas is just it's so exemplary. It's so exemplary. Your heart is totally into it, and it's showing already. People like to come to your classes and everything because they get purified by those whose hearts are pure. You know. So I'm not surprised that Lord Chaitanya has bestowed such grace upon you. So thank you for being such an example of such grace. Yeah, you're a real. Yeah. So thank you, Govinda. That's awesome. Bhakta Tom, tell us, give us a word, my friend.
Oh my god. I don't know what to say. Oh my god. This is becoming so sweet, this sangha. It's funny, and when we are able to share our dreams, it becomes very intimate, very confidential. It's very sweet. It's almost unbelievable. It's I feel this energy that we are becoming very close now,
Mm,
very intimate, and
yeah.
it's almost too much. It's almost too sweet. Like childish and funny, and not of this world, and we don't care. We don't care. People who are focusing on problems and big things about very large amounts of money. It doesn't like Johan had that face at that stage. I don't care, he said. I don't care, and he was laughing more and more and deeper and deeper. And now look where he is now. He is
Banana Man.
yeah. At that stage, he yeah, he was in another world, and people could say he's in another world. But now, even those words are not enough to describe where he's at. He is so so bananas. Oh my god!
Yeah, I
So
mean, look how ecstatic
that's
the
progress.
devotees are.
Yes,
So many are so getting so ecstatic, man. Literally, man.
I love this sweet progress. This is becoming more cute, more cute. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you. That's awesome. All right, so let's see. Maybe we'll do a little reading here. Let's check something out. What do you got any like requests? Which should we read?
Anything
Something
from Narottam or
sweet.
Rupa Goswami. Anything.
Okay. All right. Let's do that. Let's see here. I just so happen to have something here. Let's get Nartam. Nartam Das Thakur. Garanga. This is Garanga Karuna Koro. Copy. All right, put it in here. Paste. There we go. Okay, I'll just start reading a little bit, and then and I'll send the link in the private chat in case I have somebody else read too. You can get it up and ready. So we'll have some others maybe read too. So I'll put it in the private chat. So the link is there in the private chat coming up. There you go. You can get it up and ready, whoever wants to. Okay, and now we're back here, and let's see. Okay. Verse 1. O my dear Lord Gauranga, please show your mercy to this lowly and destitute soul. O Lord, there is no one more fallen than myself in the three worlds. O my dear Lord Gauranga, please show your mercy to this lowly and destitute soul. O Lord, there is no one more fallen than myself in these worlds. Holding the grass between my teeth, O Lord Gora, I am calling out to you now. Please be compassionate upon me and come to reside within the temple of my heart. You do not give your mercy. If you do not give your mercy, seeing how fallen I am, then how? Then why are you known as Patita Pavana, the merciful of the Savior of the fallen? I am plunged in the midst of the violent hurricane-stricken waves, in this ocean of this material world, from which there is no escape. Kindly give me the gift of your divine lotus feet, which are compared to a boat in which your servant may cross. over the ocean of birth and death. They all say the same thing, those who have the mercy of Gauranga. There's no meaning to the advancement of spiritual life in this Kali Yuga other than Lord Chaitanya's attraction to his name, his pastimes, and his qualities, which are considered his feet. There's no other meaning. There's no other path. Everything's failing. Everything's falling apart except the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Even Christians are having a tough time, man. You know, it's just seems so superficial to me, inconclusive. Yeah, people don't know. These beings here is just to carry forth this mercy. Those who realize this mercy are in this mood, feeling themselves, wow, it's all you, Lord. If you would just place your truth in my heart, place that realization, place your love in my heart, then all will be well. Otherwise, nothing but illusion. Everywhere you look is an illusion. You go to religion, you go to Christians, you go to Vaishnavas, nothing but illusions. And everywhere you look, there's one guy, a nice guy, and he goes to the Christian. First, he comes to the Vaishnavas, and looking for truth and God, right? And he gets bewildered and misled. Then he goes to the Christians, the same thing, bewildered and misled. Okay? Yeah, that's why whether you go to Christians, Muslims, or Vaishnavas, you have to go to somebody who really, really knows God, truly. Otherwise, you're always going to be misled, more or less. You go to inexperienced persons who are caught in the obstacles themselves. See, Nartam, this is perfect truth, man. Look at this. The greatest devotee, the greatest scholar, look at he considers himself like this. See, that's Guru. He's not saying, oh, look at me, I'm a great scholar, I'm a great guru, look at me, I've got so many followers, I'm authorized. See, this is the mood. He knows, he preaches by example the grace that without Lord Chaitanya's grace, nothing can happen that's worthwhile. Without the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, the Christ, Krishna, that real true God, nothing's going to work in this world. This preaching would be null and void. They would not have this going on here unless the Lord was actually here. And the devotee has to be here and the Lord has to be here. The axe and the handle. The devotee is the handle and the Lord is the axe. And the devotee knows that. That's Nartam, you see. He's saying, yes, without the mercy, he wouldn't be able to preach and wouldn't be able to have this understanding. See, Krishna is the understanding, and he's the intelligence of the intelligent. This is the highest intelligence. He has the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Okay? This is what awakens Lord Chaitanya in your own heart, reading these prayers. People don't know the value. You need to find a one part of this family, Nartam's family, who can relate to these verses, who understands how the Lord interacts with an awakened soul. Otherwise, you don't know anything. It's not just all about you alone, or you alone with, your Lord is the mode of goodness, your Lord is the mode of passion, your Lord is mode of ignorance. Okay? Those people don't know anything as it is. They're covered. Or your Lord is liberation, the liberation energy. You're meditating on that and you're teaching people God is impersonal. See? That's because their Lord is impersonal, right? Who's going to teach who the Lord actually is? Eh? Who knows the Lord actually how he is? See, that's the kinds of persons to go to. That you get the highest happiness, which is shown here. Show us, show me, show us any happiness higher than this amongst the Vaishnavas. You show us any more intelligence that's better than this. Do you see this in the WEF forum? Do you see this in Christianity, this intelligence? That's more, they're doing the same old saying, Jesus died for your sins, resurrected from the cross. Let me tell you that over and over again. That's the big message. Just believe blindly these things that God kills his own son. Just believe that and think that everybody's going to believe that. No, Lord Caitanya has a universal message. Jesus had the universal message, but that's all forgotten. Except here in this song. I haven't seen anybody understanding the real mercy, what it is and how it's distributed. I haven't seen anybody that had any more conclusive truth better than this. Not in the Narayan Raj group, not in ISKCON, not in anywhere, not amongst the Christians. Show us something better, man. Nobody ever does. Nobody can. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya is topmost. From my own exploration, I'm not afraid to declare it. I'll say the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is the best path. The easiest path to transcend all illusions. All of them, every single one. Inside Lord Chaitanya is every god that's ever been worshipped under the sun. He is the most powerful manifestation of the absolute truth in this world. He's the most comprehensive, conclusive, and loving and inclusive. Not only conclusive, but inclusive, including anybody, demons, anybody who will listen to his devotees can be exonerated from the worst of all karmas. If a demon comes and listens here who's done the most abominable things, he'll be more exalted than anybody else than somebody who doesn't come to real associates of the Lord. That's Lord Chaitanya's grace. And that's only a particle of it. I yearn to understand more and more of this grace of Lord Caitanya. See? And all you get by being around real devotees who are real associates of Lord Caitanya. What, we don't prove that, that the Lord's grace is here? We don't prove it every day? Where do you see such chanting? Where do you see such understanding? Where do you see such beautiful devotees like this? Where? Okay, that Nartan is fantastic, isn't he? What a beautiful, it's reading these verses, it's like he's still here. It's just like Prabhupada said, I'll live forever in my books. And I've always felt that. I read the words of Prabhupada, he's with me, man. Just like Prabhupada said about his guru, my guru's never left me. That's why if you really experience that and you're not in I feel Prabhupada because I'm a Prabhupada disciple. What? That's not feeling Prabhupada. No. Can you taste his presence? Can you really taste the glories of Krishna and his devotees together, working together in this world? There's no greater spiritual taste. You have to have that taste. It's acquired by associating with real devotees. That's why you see Govindas get the grace. He can relish Rupa Goswami's writings. Oh, that's no small mercy. Or Lalita Ganga, look at it. Every day Govinda Lee, she loves that book. Hey, Krishna loves her. She loves Krishna. Starts right off, Hare Krishna. No need to chant any preliminaries. Just boom, right there. Krishna comes immediately to. These are the kind of. Look at Johann. Opens his mouth, cries, Look at the kind of. This is. You show me any greater devotees on this planet. You go look in any other sanghas and see if you can compare with the devotees here who have the extraordinary mercy of Lord Caitanya. The whole world should be coming here. Why isn't all of ISKCON here? Why isn't all of Gaudiya me? Well, you see anything better than what you see here? I don't. Wow, right in the palm of everybody's hand is the greatest gift that Lord Chaitanya came to give, and he's given it here again. This is the revival. I could show you these people reading Chaitanya Leela, and they're totally bored, man. Totally. Guru and the followers, no energy, no life, and just completely mundane. It's sad. I mean, it's if I felt some sadness, which I don't anymore, if I could drum up just a drop of sadness, which I'm actually happy to be rid of, man. Who the heck likes sadness? You all know what I'm talking about. And if it's just like that is the most painful thing. Sadness, material sadness. Now I'm only into the pleasure of the Lord. All I can tell these people is my Father's pleasure. Or actually, my best friend's pleasure to give you happiness in reading Lord Chaitanya's Leela, and to chant his name and Radha and Krishna's name like many of us are here. Is my best friend's pleasure. I don't like him as my father. I don't need him as my father anymore. I just know it. I just know he wants to play. He just wants friends. He doesn't want somebody to boss around. I mean, if you want that relate, fine. Okay, fine. That's your relation, not mine. I like my best friend, my confidante. We just have a great time together. That's my God. He's alive and he's living and he's expressing in this world now, more and more and more. He's living for this and I'm living for this, and we're having a fantastic time together. He's spiritual and he's and so is his friend here. We play in spirit in this world. Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan, and it is now. More and more and more, right? Isn't it more? This gets more and more interesting, more and more beautiful because of Sadhu Sangha. Everybody's life can be like that. Or what, you want to spend another 20 years being bored, listening to the holy books, and you don't feel the holiness, the excitement? Take this parachute and jump. There you go. I like that. Yeah. Okay, Tom, continue reading. Verse number 5.
Okay. Where is it? 5. Narottama Das, the servant of Krishna, Chaitanya Prabhu, ceaselessly makes this prayer. Oh. It doesn't continue. Is this the last
Oh, is
page?
that it? Maybe that's it. I don't know. Let's see.
It's only 2 pages.
Oh, it's only 2 pages. Oh, anyway, it's powerful, man. 2 pages. All right, I'll get something else up here. Oh yeah, that's it. Powerful 2 prayers, man. The words, you see, the words of the Vaishnavas are so simple and so sublime, so powerful. Krishnadas Kaviraj says in Adi Lila, first chapter, brevity is, or conciseness is true eloquence. You need to condense everything into a sentence, and that's what these Vaishnavas do.
Well, when he ceaselessly makes his prayer, we can do it again. We can do it again.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's get something else up here. Actually, let's chant Little Hare Krishna first for a while. We'll head it up by Lalita here. She can lead us chanting. You can put your microphones on. Put your microphones on too.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara
Nityananda.
Sri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna
Nityananda Shri
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Ram Ram Hare Hare
More
Hare
than
Krishna
my
Hare
Prabhu.
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Ram 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 Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram Hare
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Ram Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Ram Ram
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Sri Advaita
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Jai Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Rama
Prabhu Nityananda
Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Krishna
Nityananda
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Chaitanya
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, just go to Sukhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Rama Hare Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama.
Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Rama Rama Hare
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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna
Hare Rama,
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama
Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama
Rama Rama
Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
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 Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Okay, we're going to take a little break here. Do some prescribed activities.
No, no,
Thank
no,
you
no,
very
no,
much. Oh no 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 no
no, 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 no,
no 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 no
no,
no.
just chant, chant,
Just
chant.
yeah. Just chant. Well, you know what? Somebody else start a live. Maybe you, Rodney. Start a live. Everybody chant.
Radhe, Radhe.
You guys all start. Just somebody. Yeah, keep it going. Yeah, I gotta just do some things. Prescribed duties. I gotta move around a little bit stuff.
Yeah,
I'm already
I
looking
understand.
forward to coming back. So.
You always come back.
Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.